Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the flight deck. It's a beautiful day here in London's Stansted Airport, just northeast of the city. And a beautiful day in Europe to go flying. Sun's up, and we got the moon going, and it looks like we got a couple people flying with us today. Sitting over here in the 727 Irish Air Freight is Kevin, and back over here on the other side in the looks like a A300. Let me just see. Oh no, it's a 777. Freighter is Dark Fury. So we're going to be getting together, and we're all flying today to Tallinn in Estonia. So it's going to be a good flight. We got ATC up here, and we'll see how it goes. I am having problems with vPilot and the transmit. It's a known issue. It's come up a couple times in the Discord, and I've logged the issue. So I'll be reporting it after the flight, but it is doing it again. It seems that if it sits for a while, even though it knows you're pushing the transmit button, it just stops transmitting. So, bit of a pain there. But we'll get that sorted out eventually. So let's hop on board, start getting the aircraft set up and ready to go. And we do have ATC up, so we'll have them for our departure here, hopefully, if they're still up by the time we get going. So let's get the brakes on. We're going to pop up top, and we're going to check. So battery is on and guarded, standby power is auto and guarded, and emergency exit lights are armed and guarded. Ground power is on and available. We're going to come over to our lights. So we've got the position lights on for the aircraft. We'll get our panels up as per normal. We're going to lean back now while we do this and give the IRSs a chance to get going and aligning. And we'll get the other panel lights up here to give us that nice contrast. And we'll come down to the bottom. So back up top. Make sure our passenger signs are on, although we're not flying passengers, obviously. It's all cargo. Electric hydraulic pumps are on, yaw damper is on, window heats left and right are coming online. Left aft fuel pump is now on. As soon as the low pressure light goes off, we'll turn on the APU. We'll get the low oil pressure light on the APU, and we can start her up. There we go. Down to our EFB, we'll pull in our flight plan from SimBrief. There we go. And we'll come down and take a look at it. So we're going to be leaving out to the channel here. We're going to head up north, crossing just the north of the Netherlands, then northern Germany, southern Denmark area here, coming up over the bottom of Sweden, out over the Baltic Sea to Latvia, and then we'll be turning up to Estonia, where we're going to be landing in Tallinn. So the APU is coming down. As soon as it stabilizes, we'll get the indication we can fire up the generators. And APU generators are now on. We'll get the APU bleed on, turn on the left and right packs, and we'll make sure the isolation valve is open. So coming down to the FMC, we can now start getting this set up. So our data is good to the 20th of March, correct engines, correct aircraft type. We are the Boeing Conversion Factory Freighter, and that is all good. Grab our GPS position and throw her in, and we're all set up now with where the aircraft is, and we're going to request our route from the company, EGSS to EETN. There she is there. 0 fuel weight, and fuel is set. We'll get that payload and fuel numbers transferred over, and then we will select our route. Clear the message. We're getting that because the IRSs aren't aligned. We're just waiting for it to be transmitted over. There we go. We're going to load it into the computer here. As soon as we got that, we can kick in our activate and execute, and that is our route. All right, so over to our legs page. You can see we're going to the Clacton VOR, then we're going to head out. Those are our waypoints as we fly up. And Sullen is the last point on our route, and then we'll be putting in the arrival information. So current weather. Let's throw this into the chat. Copied some extra stuff there, but as you can see, the METAR, it's winds are 100 at 12 knots, no clouds detected, 10 miles of visibility, 17 degrees, QNH 1003. So weather is good. So we're going to be departing on runway 04 today. And we're going to be doing the Clacton 5 Sierra departure. That's going to take us out to the Clacton VOR. On our arrival, we're going to be arriving in for the ILS runway 08, as the winds currently in Tallinn are pretty much non-existent. We're going to do the ILS through 08, and we're going to go in on the Sulu 1 Kilo arrival. That's the Sulin. And we're good there. So over to our legs, we can see our waypoints for our climb out. All the way to Clacton, then we're en route. And then here's our arrival, and then in on the ILS. So that is all good. We're just going to do a couple confirmations. So 2,200 feet. Is good. And we're going to go 2,200 feet hard at Vermox as well, just so we can ensure we are down and actually set. So with that done, we'll come back and start pulling in the performance data and get her ready for that. Again, we're loading the information in from company headquarters. And this should be matching our flight plan. So we'll load that in. 8.7 tons of fuel is correct. Cost index of 25 is correct. Flight level 370 is correct. We'll execute that. And our reserves are actually 0.9 of a ton. And I'm just going to get the transition. I think it's 7.5. 7.5 for transition. And we'll get that entered in there as well. Over to our N1 limits now. And this is going to bring up our performance calculator. So as mentioned, we're going off on runway 04. We'll pull in the information from the aircraft and the weather, and we'll get that dialed in. So we're doing a regular TO takeoff, but it was cell temperature of 51 degrees. It is set. We'll come over to our takeoff data, and we're going to put the weather in 100 at 12. And with the weather, winds at the runway in, we can come in with the rest of the information. So flaps 5, there's our center of gravity. We're going to have roughly 1,000 feet remaining, and our V speeds will be 141, 143, and 147. And there's our V speeds all in. So with that done, we can get our clearance now. ATC is up and running. And 123,805. There we go.
Line up 04 for 2 and 3.
We're going to tune
Seabird
in.
441, currently Gatwick is not as busy, and approach radar just closed down, so I don't need clearance if you need to, if you want to file and go there.
We'll give it about another 6 minutes. If we don't get close to Heathrow, then I will go to Gatwick.
So 122.8 is dialed in if we need it. We'll just look at our ATIS.
And then come back in.
Information hotel now. So I am quickly now going to come up here and I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. And that should give me my transmit function again.
Oscar 2138, wind 100, 12 knots, runway 04, cliff takeoff.
04, cliff takeoff, Oscar 2138.
And there we go. Stansted Tower, good afternoon. Skyway 7018 with you. 737 freighter, stand 7, looking for clearance out to Tallinn.
Skyway 7018, good afternoon. You're cleared at Tallinn via the Clacton 5 Sierra departure, squawk 7670.
Cleared via the Clacton 5 Sierra, squawking 7670, Skyway 7018.
Read back correct.
All right, so 76. Uh, 70. There we go. That is now set. So we have our clearance altimeters. We can set. We are 003. Get that dialed in, and that is set both sides. Transponder is set. Fueling, loading, and boarding is complete.
Taxi Holland Point Kilo 1 via Juliet, Lima, Hotel, and Kilo.
Get the ground power released. We'll get the wheel chocks removed. Cruise altitude 370. And altitude here is 350 feet. There goes that aircraft there. MCP will come down. It's going to be a 042 on the heading. 6,000 feet. Wow. The restrictions are in. It's going to go straight to cruise. Since there's no controller outside
you want to step away
after
from
tower.
Roger, just let me know when you get back.
And V2 147, it's going to be 157.
Sorry, you're going to be back in 10 minutes?
On our climb.
Yeah, if we can.
157,
but if you get the clearance, you have like 5 minutes to depart.
Flight directors are on.
Roger.
Radios are set. Doors closed. We can pop outside, take a look. Everything is closing up.
138, no further ATC, monitoring Honeycomb 122.8. Have a good flight.
We will get them to get the stairs away. Chucks are confirmed removed. Ground power disconnected.
Facing southwest, pushing start approach, max.
Little sim freeze. Yeah, I know, right, eh? There goes the TUI. We'll get the anti-collision light on now. One final check outside. Stairs are coming away. And we are pretty much ready to go. So let's get this, that. We'll get that. The data. And I think nobody else has pushed yet. Okay. Stansted Tower, Skyways 7018, gate 7 ready for push and start.
Skyway 7018, stand 7, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Skyway 7018. All right, let's get the tug in. So we have fuel in the center tank.
Tomjet 28 Alpha, are you able Lima 1 departure?
We'll get that all in.
Able Lima 1.
Roger, Tomjet 28 Alpha, taxi holding point Lima 1.
Pumps are all in. They are coming in for push. While they do that, we'll bring our map back up.
World Express 598, you have no voice, just carrier signal. Check your microphone might be muted.
My apologies there, World Express 598. Can we request permission start, please?
World Express 598, just hold position. Aircraft does stand 7 off to your back behind you, off to the left is just pushing back. After he's pushed back, if there's enough space, I'll clear you to push back.
Roger, we'll hold and wait
Sorry,
for
Dark.
further instructions. World Express 598.
All right, so we're ready to push. Gears being locked. That's all on.
Sorry, if it 105, I'm
We're gonna go
a bit tight
tail left
to post the
and nose right.
If you could give us a shout, that'd be great.
Sorry, you're cutting up. Air Express, Air Cargo 105, hold position, please.
Yeah, no worries. If you can give us a shout when it's clear, then that would be fantastic for FA 105.
Roger, I understand you need to push back. You're in the queue at the moment. There's 2 of you.
Roger, thanks.
And we're gonna go nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push.
Brakes are released.
All engines are clear.
Packs are off.
Start at will.
And there we go. So we're gonna start engine number 1, or engine 2, starting at first. And there's fuel. Nice to see the walkers. Oh, the weather's nice and warm. They got their jackets off. That's cool. They're having us do the little wiggle again as we get out of here. Good start on number 2, starting engine number 1.
28 Alpha 8 from, the wind is 10012 knots, runway 04, clear for takeoff.
Adding fuel.
Please set parking brakes.
World Express 598, stand 12, push and start approved, and use caution that aircraft is behind you to the left.
Push and start approved with caution. World Express 598.
About 18%, we should get the starter cut off.
Blue Max 7384,
Starter cut
taxi
off.
holding point, are you able, Lima 1?
We have a good engine start.
Excellent.
You can disconnect.
Roger, hot taxi holding point, Lima 1 via Juliet Lima.
All right, carrying on. So we have our
Lima
APU,
1
our
Juliet, Lima,
APU
Lima,
generators are on. We're going to switch
7384.
now over to our engine generators for 1 and 2. Engine 1 and 2 start switches to continuous. Probe heats left and right are on. Engine NTS not required. Bleed air from the engines are on. We're going to turn our packs to auto. Recirculation fans will both go to auto. Isolation valve will go to auto. APU bleed off. APU is off. Coming back down, we're going to go flaps 5 for takeoff. Flaps 5 are selected. Elevator trim, we want 4.8.
Bypass pin released.
It's going to be right about there.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Flight controls, it's full left, full right, neutral, forward, back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral. Engine instruments are checked and good. We'll bring the information up top here.
Thunder 28 Alpha, no further ATC, Unicom
LNAV
122,
and
deploy. Bye-bye.
VNAV are armed, auto throttle on, warning recall is clear. There's the wave, pin is removed. We'll give them a thumbs up. And we are clear. So we're looking good. Stansted Tower, Skyway 7018, ready for taxi.
Skyways 7018, are you able a Lima 1 departure?
Roger, we can do Lima 1.
Skyways 7018, roger. Taxi holding point Lima 1 via Juliet and Lima.
Roger, taxi Lima 1 via Juliet and Lima for Skyway 7018. All right, brakes released.
Holding point Lima 1 via Juliet and Lima.
Back in the culprit.
Roger. Skyway 7018 stands to tower.
Sorry, yeah, acknowledged Lima 1 via Juliet and Lima. Didn't realize it didn't go through for Skyway 7018.
Roger.
All right, we're going to make our turn here at Juliet. Again, using the tiller.
Have you got any update on Heathrow?
Speedbird 441 negative, sir. I really doubt they're going to give us clearance. The aircraft just keep coming in.
Sounds like it's busy.
In that case, I will amend the flight plan.
Roger. Sorry about that.
Hey, not your fault. Sorry.
No, to be fair, they are very, very busy. They've had over 20-something arrivals already.
I know, I've been sitting on that some radar and I've looked, but yeah, it's fine.
Roger.
Interesting. It is busy down there. I wonder if they've got an event going on today. Anyway, we're heading down to Lima 1. Should have Dark following us shortly, and then Kevin will be doing his pushback. And the three of us are heading off. There he is.
Ready for taxi requiring 41.
Royal Express 5908, do you require Kilo 1 or Hotel 1?
Kilo 1.
Royal Express 5908, roger. Taxi holding point Kilo 1 via Juliet, Lima, Hotel, and Kilo.
Taxi holding point Kilo 1 via Alpha, Hotel, Lima, and Kilo. Royal Express 5908.
Negative. Taxi holding point Kilo 1 via Juliet, Lima, Hotel, and Kilo.
My apologies. Via Alpha, Juliet, Hotel, and Kilo. Royal Express 598.
Air Cargo 105, once the aircraft behind you is taxied out, push and start as approved.
Roger, thank you very much. Once the aircraft behind us clear, push that approved for Air 105. Cheers.
So, as always, all these flights are
Max
community
7384,
flights.
wind 100,
Dark and
12
Kevin
knots,
are
runway
joining us
04,
today, and you can join along too. You can find the information on the Discord. Links are in the description. What we fly, when, and where, it's all posted there, so you can see that and have the opportunity to fly with us. For the next little while, we're flying cargo flights in Europe.
Hi, from sir.
And they are on a VATSIM. So we're going right down to the end. That turns into Lima. And we'll be pulling up and holding short there. So as we're coming down, make sure our taxi light is actually on. Auto brakes, RTO, fuel flow. We can do our fuel flow check. And fuel flow numbers are good. V speeds are set, 141, 143, 147, MCP 157, 042 degrees, and flight level 370 are set.
About 231, yes sir, you're clear to... Yeah, you're clear to East Midlands via the Ottawa 1 Sierra departure, squawk 1444.
Clear to East Midlands via... Can you repeat the departure, please? Not the school, just the departure.
All right.
The departure is Ottawa, Uniform Tango, Alpha, Victor, Alpha.
All right, so that's transponder.
Clear to East Midlands via Utah.
Traffic.
1 Seattle departure. Squawk 1444.
Feedback correct.
Here's our turn point on
Two
to
Max
Lima.
384 over the ATC, Unicom
Turn off lights are on.
122.8.
Landing lights are on. We're going to switch
Unicom
over to
122.8. Thank you for the control. Have a good day. Bye. Max 7384.
Skyway 7018 via Lima 1, line up runway 04.
line up on 04 via Lima 1, Skyway 7018.
Speedbird 231, request and push.
Speedbird 231, push.
All right,
And start
approach
is
path
approved.
is clear. Other aircraft has departed.
Speedbird 231.
We're going to make our turn here. Get ourselves, oop. It's the button on the tiller. Can be a bit of a handful when you're trying to do it while turning the tiller.
Skyway 7018, wind 100, 12 knots, runway 04, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 04, Skyway 7018. All right, engines up to 40%. Clock is running. Runways identified.
Speedbird 231, taxi holding point Kilo 1 via Juliet, Lima,
Brakes are released.
Hotel, and Kilo.
Takeoff power is set.
Taxi to holding point Kilo 1 via Juliet, Lima, Hotel, and Kilo. So Speedbird to Kilo.
Airspeed's alive.
Check.
3 knots.
Check.
We also apologize for the confusion.
No problem, sir.
V1. Rotate.
There's the wind.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Skyway 7018, no further ATC, Unicom 122.8. Bye-bye.
Over to 122.8. Thanks for the ATC today. Good day.
All right.
All right.
World Express 5908.
And off we go. All right, so autopilot is on, auto brakes are off, gear lever is off, engine controls switches or start switches are off, runway turn off lights, taxi lights are off. Flaps coming up. We do have some restrictions coming up as well. We have speed and altitude restrictions. Make sure that Roger's over here on the legs page. We have 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 foot restrictions. First one is a 4,000 foot restriction. And 250 knot speed. And again, we're heading down to the Clacton VOR, and we're going to be staying, although we'll climb a little bit, we're going to be staying down at 6,000 feet until we get there. As you can see, we're going to come just south of Colchester. And then once we hit the coast, we start climbing up and getting up to our altitude. We do have further ATC. Scottish is on, but we're going to not run into them. We'll see what else we run into en route. So as you can see, it's a great day to go flying. The skies are clear pretty much all across Europe. A little bit of cloud down towards London. Might be a smog actually, but we're not too bad. Some traffic in the area, and we're looking good. There's Colchester. We're flying past. And as mentioned, you're more than welcome to join in on these flights. Information is in the Discord. We've got a few more flights next week, and then I'm taking a week off. So it's making our turn. The Clacton VOR is out here just before the coast. No, I was in Colchester. Colchester's down here. Where did we just pass? Let's zoom in a little bit. Baintree. Yeah, there's Colchester over there. A little bit bigger in size. Oh, dark's up. There we go, climbing up to 6,000 feet now. We're about 15 miles from Clacton. Technically, with no ATC, we should be able to do this, just climb up to altitude now, but given the amount of traffic in the area, aircraft coming and going, it's always good to stick with the published departures, just so everyone knows where everyone's going to be. Same with published arrivals, that way aircraft that are moving around, you're on, everything is interlaced and set up for it. Makes things a lot easier. 747-800 is taking off now. We should get Kevin shortly after. $10 to go to Clacton, and then we can start our climb to cruise. And we'll settle in. Bit of a longer haul today. We're looking at a air time of 2 hours and 20 minutes with a block time of 2 hours 48. We're doing 980 miles today on this leg, or this trip. But as mentioned, the weather is looking good. A little bit of cloud over the North Sea, but both our destination and our originating airport are looking pretty good. There we go, 2 miles to Clacton. And we'll start our climb. So if you've never flown on VATSIM, it's a network of other people. Instead of flying, they do the air traffic control side of the house. And that's what we had there at Stansted on Tower. And he's providing air traffic control services such as what you would actually get in real life, which is pretty amazing. And when you do busy airports with events and a lot of aircraft and everything, it can be quite intense, quite the amazing experience. Brings your flying to the next level if you like doing the by-the-book airliner procedures and all that type of stuff. Anyway, we're beginning our climb up to cruise, so we're going to come over and switch to standard pressure now, since we're going to be going right through transition anyway. And up we go. So there's the fuel light. That means that we are out of fuel in the center, and the warning is coming up with the low pressure in the fuel pumps. So we're going to turn off the center pumps now. Caution will go out. Those tanks are empty. Now we just have the mains left. Coming up on 10,000 feet. We'll drop the lights and get her set up for cruise. So there's 10,000 feet, so landing lights will come up, turn-off lights are off, taxi lights are off, logos are off. We're on strobe and steady with collision light, wing lights off, and wheel well lights are off. Seatbelt signs will remain since we don't have anyone in the back anyway. It's just the two of us, myself and Roger over here. And cabin lighting is good. It's not nighttime, so we don't need to turn on the dome. We're all good. So we're accelerating to our high altitude climb speed. And there we go, increasing our climb rate again. And we're heading up, and Kevin has just departed Stansted now. So moving over to take a look at how busy Tallinn is. A couple departures heading out of there on the board. They may have already departed. And the three of us coming in, and that is about it. So not too busy. Yeah, everything is looking fine. Yeah, it's going to be fairly quiet once we get up to cruise. So if you have any questions about the sim, about VATSIM, or just flying in general on the aircraft, let me know. The moon's rising. Traffic's good. We're saying goodbye to England. Might have a nighttime arrival. We'll have to see where the sun gets to. There's the cloud over the North Sea I was talking about. But we're looking good. A lot of this is just waiting and monitoring as we fly. Not sure what route Kevin is going to be taking. He tends to do things a little bit differently with his navigation. It's always Kevin. Well, he seems to always insist on flying these aircraft with weird navigation systems. His Celestial, INS, whatever else he's got planned. Well, there we go, 26,000 feet. I think it's time to break out the thermos. Grab a nice cup of something. Yeah, especially when you lose when you lose it, as you did the other day coming into where were we going? Was it back in the Stansted? Oh, it was London, right. Was he? I mean, it was created some excitement. I'll give you that. I got a feeling Dark's gonna pass me on this flight. I think he's got a faster aircraft. Yeah. I did change those settings for the pollution, Kevin, so we gotta get you close by at some point so I can see what's happening. Maybe he's gonna find another engine somewhere. Eight, 9, holy cow. Hello, Molly. Yeah, okay, we can check it out tomorrow. Is it? Seems to be. Well, we'll see how well you can catch up then. I've got 3,000 feet to go. It's coming up to the north end of the Netherlands.
Skyway 7018, this is World Express 598, we're about 2,000 feet above you, 5 miles behind, just for traffic avoidance.
Yeah, Roger, 598. What's your intended cruise altitude?
Flight level 370, 598.
Roger, same here. You may be passing us then at in the short future.
7018, what's your speed, please?
We're 0.79 and we're currently climbing through 358.
Roger.
Did I get to 359? Be tough. .598. If you want to keep your speed up, what I'll do is I'll deviate 10 degrees to the left, and then I'll go back on course once you've passed. All right, so I'm tracking 5.6. I'm gonna go to 4.6. I'll go heading. I'm going to turn out of his way. We'll hold this for a little bit.
7018, no, that's fine. We're going to go directly Bona, so you can maintain your cruise and your level.
Roger that for Skyway 7018. just got dinged by... Who is this? This is Bremen Radar. One 26325. Or is it? Yeah, 126 325.
Bremen Radar identified.
Bremen Radar, schönen guten Tag. Your wings 2 X-ray Romeo, flight level 327, descending on for the restored Wi-Fi. Arrived in contact.
Your wings 2XA Romeo, Bremen Radar identified. Information Whiskey current. Arrival runway 05. Proceed direct. Delta Hotel 255. Descent altitude 5,000 feet. QNH 1006 to be leveled at Delta Hotel 255.
Okay, so information Victor is current. QNH 1006 direct Delta Hotel 255 to be leveled at 5,000 feet at Delta Hotel 255.
Radar, good afternoon. Weather Express 598, flight level 370, heading 065.
Weather Express 598, Bremen Radar identified. Are you able to climb to level 390?
Stand by, Weather Express 598.
Bremen Radar, good day. Brumax 7384, level 370, heading Tulsa.
Blue Mark 7384, Bremen Radar identified, sir. Proceed direct to glow.
Direct to glow, Blue Mark 7384.
1 Romeo, Bremen, hello. We have flight level 360 directing Quadrant.
Nordic 81 Romeo, Bremen Radar identified. I need you on an alpha level. Are you able to climb for level 370?
Affirmative, climb flight level 370, Nordic 81 Romeo.
81 Romeo.
Bremen Radar, good afternoon. Skyway 7018 with you, flight level 370.
Skyway 7018, Bremen Radar identified. I just check on your on the traffic that is just south of you in regards of the flight level. For now, continue proceed as normal, and I'll let you know if you would need to climb or descend in regards of the traffic just south of here. I will call you back.
Yeah, Roger. We're aware of the traffic to the south of us. Skyway 7018.
Bremen Radar, good afternoon. You're wing 28 Golf Papa with you.
That's dark below us, or to the south of us.
Eurowings 28 Golf Papa, Bremen Radar identified. Let Norgo 5 Alpha arrival. Check information Whiskey. Descent unrestricted flight level 110.
Norgo 5 Alpha arrival, understanding unrestricted flight level 110. Eurowings 28 Golf Papa.
Bremen Radar, moin, Lufthansa 1370, descending flight level 1502 level at Nienburg.
Lufthansa 1370, Bremen Radar identified. Proceed direct Delta Whiskey 555. Descent unrestricted altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Direct Delta Whiskey 555, descent unrestricted altitude 5,000 feet, and QNH 1005, Lufthansa 1370.
Radar, moin, Oscar Yankee Kilo Alpha Alpha with you departing.
Should be able to see
Helgoland.
See dark out there, maybe. Oop. Sim freeze.
Kilo Alpha Alpha, Bremen Radar identified. Continue climb flight level. Confirm you classify as 210.
There he is. I can see his lights flashing. Just off in that direction
Climb
there.
maintain flight level 210.
Flight level 210, speak to Alpha.
Radar, Will Express 598, we can set 390.
Will Express 598, thank you. Climb flight level 390. When reaching flight level 380, proceed direct Alasa.
Climb flight level 390 upon reaching 380, direct to Alasa, Will Express 598.
Eurowings 3 Echo Victor, cleared ILS runway 05. Eurowings 26 Golf Papa, proceed direct Delta Hotel 256.
Delta Hotel 256 for Eurowings 28 Golf Papa.
Landing radar, good day, Eurowings 277 with you at flight level 210. Sorry for the late contact.
Eurowings 277, Bremen radar identified. Don't worry, you are forgiven. Check information X-ray for Hamburg. Cleared Norgo 5 Alpha arrival. Descent unrestricted, flight level 100.
Information X-ray for Hamburg and Norgo for Alpha arrival and it's in flight level 100, Eurowings 277. Thank you.
Eurowings 28 Golf Papa, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1005, to be leveled at Delta Hotel 256.
Descending to 5,000 feet, QNH, sorry, please can you repeat the QNH?
Eurowings 28 Golf Papa, QNH 1005.
On QNH 1005 to be leveled at the Delta Hotel 256, Eurowings 28 Golf Papa.
Max 3089 is the requesting frequency change.
Blue Max 3089, you are inside my airspace for the next 60 nautical miles. The upper airspace is still covered by German controllers. It's a bit confusing, but yeah, stay with me. I'll hand you over when it's time for you.
Question next up, I just thought we were entering Netherlands, so I thought we'd be on there, but never mind.
No worries at all.
Bremen Radar, guten Tag, this is Enter 9 Lima Papa with you at the airport Lübeck, Blanken. They requesting driver clearance to Palma de Mallorca R5.
Enter 9 Lima Papa, Roger, your number 1 for clearance. I call you back within the next 4 minutes. Eurowings 3 Echo Victor, maintain speed 170 knots or greater to 5 miles final.
170 greater to 5 Eurowings
3 Echo Victor, contact Hamburg Tower 126.855.
126.855 Eurowings
2 Max 3089, can you request start on start the cockpit, please?
Bremen, guten Abend, Airfreight 105, currently flight level 330 inbound Alsa.
And 105, Bremen radar identified. Nordic 81 Romeo, you're about to leave my airspace. Continual advisory 122.8. Oscar Yankee Kilo Alpha Alpha Squawk 2450.
2450, one Oscar Yankee Kilo Alpha Alpha.
Lufthansa 1370, cleared ILS Zulu runway 09er.
Cleared ILS Zulu runway 09er, Lufthansa 1370.
Bremen, good day. Lufthansa 6 Romeo Alpha with you, flight level 370, CPDLC.
Lufthansa 6 Romeo Alpha, Bremen radar identified.
Blue Max 3089, can you request 5 minutes out of cockpit, please?
Blue Max 3089, approved, report back.
Full report back, Blue Max 3089.
Lufthansa 130, approach clearance cancelled because wrong runway, my mistake. Turn left heading 310, maintain 5,000 feet.
No problem, 310 and maintain 5,000 feet, Lufthansa 1370.
Good evening, Brem Radar, this is Connor 150. My flight level is 270 and my current speed is 325 knots.
Station standby, coordination in progress.
I just picture a little spinning, please stand by wheel.
Station calling in Lübeck for clearance. Please contact now my colleague on 119.510.
Contact 119.510. Thank you for service. Enter 9 Lima Pop.
Eurowings 2 Echo Papa, contact Bremen Radar 119.510.
119.510. Bye bye. Eurowings 2 Echo Papa.
Eurowings 2 X Romeo, contact Bremen Radar 119.510.
119.510, Eurowings 2 Echo Romeo.
Eurowings 277, contact Bremen Radar 119.510.
Radar 119.510, thank you, goodbye, Eurowings 277.
Lufthansa 1370, turn left heading 270, radar vectors for the ILS Zulu runway 09.
Turn left heading 270 and expect radar vectors runway 09, Lufthansa 1370.
Good evening, Brem Radar, this is Connor 150. My current flight level is 270 and my speed is 325 knots.
Condor 1250, Bremen Radar identified. Proceed to direct POPSU.
It's busy in
Proceed direct
northern
POPSU,
Germany
Connor
today.
1250.
Condor 1250, report requested flight level.
Requested flight level is 270. I'm on flight level 270. It's enough.
Condor 1250, Roger, maintain 270.
Condor 150, maintain 270.
Bremen Radar, good day. Hello, Ryanair 86875 and direct to Accra, flight level 340.
Ryanair 875, Bremen Radar identified. Descent flight level 100, proceed direct POPSU.
Direct POPSU and descent level 100, Ryanair 875.
Lufthansa 1370, turn left heading 250, descent altitude 4,000 feet.
Turn left heading 250 and descent altitude 4,000 feet, Lufthansa 1370.
I do, that's where I'm heading to now. Lhasa.
Please, Red 9, welcome back. You're about to leave my airspace. Advisory 122.8.
Advisory 122.8, thank you very much. Advisory max 3089.
Bremen Radar, hello, die Lufthansa 179 at flight level 150.
Lufthansa 179, Bremen Radar identified.
I think Lhasa is the
direct
far limit of his airspace.
Descent flight level 70.
Proceed direct Delta with 455 and the descent to flight level 70, Lufthansa 179.
Bremen Radar, hello, Eurowings 28, Charlie flight level 230.
Wings to Charlie, Bremen, rate identified.
I said, yeah, I'm heading to it, and I think that's the end of Bremen control zone as well.
Ryanair 875, proceed direct Delta Hotel 257.
There's Dark.
Ryanair 875, proceed direct Delta Hotel 257.
Direct Delta Hotel 257, Ryanair 875.
Looking good.
Lufthansa 178, Bremen radar in frequency.
Lufthansa 178, Bremen radar moin, request descent.
Lufthansa 178, descent flight level 100 unrestricted.
Descending flight level 100 unrestricted. Lufthansa 178, danke.
Mark 7384, continue advisory 122.8.
Advisory 122.8. Thank you very much for the control.
I am 89 miles from it.
Lufthansa 178, rate of descent 3,000 feet per minute or greater.
Rate of descent 3,000 feet or greater, Lufthansa 178.
Lufthansa 1370, descent altitude 3,000 feet, speed 220 knots.
3,000 feet, 220 knots, Lufthansa 1370.
Lufthansa 5 Juliet passing flight level 3,000.
Lufthansa 5 Tango Juliet, Bremen radar identified. Climb for level
Bremen
100.
is busy, or Bremen, as he pronounced it. A lot of traffic down there.
Lufthansa 178, contact Bremen radar 119.510.
Contacting Bremen radar 119.510.
So that's what, about 70 miles behind? Oh, I want to see you catch up. You said you had a magical 727 there.
Request my arrival data.
Condor 1250, what would you mean by arrival data?
I mean my ILS approach, Condor 1250.
Condor 1250, it's information Yankee in Hamburg. Check 8 is Yankee in Hamburg.
Check information Yankee, Condor 1250.
Lufthansa 1370, turn left heading 075. Cleared ILS Zulu, runway 09er, report established on the localizer.
Turn left heading 075, cleared ILS Zulu, runway 09er, report when established, Lufthansa 1370.
Bremen radar, good day, Finnair 4 Charlie Echo, level of flight level, maintaining flight level 410.
Finnair 4 Charlie Echo, Bremen radar identified.
You might be able to catch me. You might not.
Lufthansa 1370 established on the localizer.
Lufthansa 1370, thank you. Speed is yours. Contact Bremen Tower 120.330.
Speed is mine, 120.330. Danke für den Service. Ciao.
Ciao. Lufthansa 5 Tango Juliet, further climb on advisory 122.8.
122.8. Same radar, hello, Lufthansa 40 kilo, flight level 135, climbing 240.
Lufthansa 4 Hotel Kilo, Bremen radar identified, climb flight level 210.
Flight level 210, Lufthansa 40 kilo.
Skyways 7018, you're about to leave Mayor's Base. Copenhagen is offline. Continue advisory 122.8.
1228 for Skyways 7018. Thanks for the ATC. Good day.
Good day, sir. White Express 598, same for your advisory. And
yeah, there he is. Still chugging along beside us. Traffic in front of us. And there's dark pulling ahead. So we're coming up to Denmark. There's the islands and all that good stuff. Alright, since we're back over to Unicom, I'm going to go take care of a couple things, make sure Molly's okay. and I will be back. I'll leave you with this view. We can watch Stark slowly overtake us and head off into the distance. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, well, we're back. That's First Officer Molly all taken care of. Had to run her outside. She was a little insistent at that. No, I'm still working, girl. I put your lunch down for you. You can have that. Let's pop back down. See how we're doing here. So we're 207 miles from Evona. That's the next major waypoint as we cross over the south end of Sweden and then out over the Baltic Sea. I think we've got another contrail down here. Oh, there he is. An aircraft crossing there. Looked like a Lufthansa. No, SAS. Heading to Oslo from Cairo. What is he? 220. There's still a good bit of traffic out this way as we're cruising in. We're about 265 to top of descent, and we are looking at arriving into Tallinn at 16:48, so just under an hour from now. So we got about a half an hour roughly of cruising left, and then we'll be beginning our descent down into the airport. Of course, there's Dark leading the way with his contrails there. So Evona's out over the Baltic Sea, and then we'll be coming in over, I think it's Latvia, and then heading up to Estonia. But anyway, it is looking very good so far on the flight. And we're just trucking along. Altitude 348 feet. I'm going to do a reset on that. And let's see if we can get this reading properly. So I'm going to close that down. We'll reopen it. See if we can get accurate reporting with it. And I will do a refresh. I think that's looking better. There we go. So no ETC at the moment. We'll take a look at the airport. Still 3 inbound and 1 outbound on his way to Iceland. An A330. It's probably already departed, so the airport should be fairly quiet. On arrival, we're looking at going to the cargo area. Which is not a big spot. The M43, 45, 32 spots in around there, M31, all seem to be good spots to pull in because the cargo terminal is just to the north of those parking spots. So that's where we're going to aim for. We should be all right. Transmit's still working on VAT or VPilot. we're back tomorrow. We'll be doing the return flight to Stansted. That will be departing at 1900 Zulu. As we make our way back to our home base. Oh, just looking for where Molly went. I think she left the room again. Yeah, I just noticed, I'm just on the Discord now, Kevin, just taking a look at that. I'm gonna post it up. A tag is required to create a post in this channel. What does that mean? Won't let me post. Don't have access. Interesting. I'm gonna go into VATSIM forum and post it there. So I'll take care of it there. There was nothing in the Discord. Where I saw it was in the VATSIM forum. V-Pilot PTT stops responding. Hey Dark, so I've been running into this issue over the last few days. I'm not sure if it was after an update or not, but after a while, V-Pilot doesn't recognize me when I push the push to talk button for talking to the controllers. So I went and checked, and it was brought up, one about running it as administrator, and two about doing the debug to make sure that it's receiving it. So it'll work for a while, but if you don't use it for a bit, it suddenly stops checking. So I ran the debug on vPilot, and it shows that it is the transmit button is being pushed, but it doesn't actually, the program's not doing what it's supposed to do. So that's a bit of a pain. So I've been on to the forum, VATSIM forum. And basically it's just a disconnect, and I connect back and it works fine. What? Why are you doing this to me? Alright, let's see if I can... Yeah, it's something that's happened recently, and I'm not sure if it is a update issue, like I said, or not. I'm looking for the forum. Oh, community forum. There we go. Okay. So let's go to support. Let's see, one of the support guys was in the tech team. So I'm going to put the message in. Now I just got to find the debug. All right. So I've put the information. Oh, I'm in your contrails now, Dirk. I've put the information. I ran or I put the thing in. Rick gave him the debug. We'll see what he says. All right, let's see if I get a response back. No, Dark, it works. Like I'll give you an example. So, say we're leaving Stansted. So I'll get my clearance. I'll talk to Tower. I'll leave. We take off. He goes, switch over to Unicom. I switch to Unicom. There's no other controller on for half an hour. Sorry, so I'm not hitting transmit. Then a controller comes on, and I push the transmit button, but it doesn't show up. It's not transmitting. If I click disconnect and reconnect, then it starts working again. And the tech guy said to run the debug and check to make sure that vPilot's getting the command. And I did that, and yes, the vPilot is getting the command. I can see it go to transmit true and false and the line that it brings up. So it's something, I think, in vPilot itself, that there's a timeout issue that's kicking on after a certain period of time, and it's just not reading it. So that's the issue with that. Oh, Kev, you have caught up fairly well. You're not that far behind anymore. All right, let's get back over to the cruise. We're 134 to top of descent. All right, so the winds have picked up now. The winds are 5 knots at 080, so we're going to land on runway 08, which is what we've planned for. We are looking at 5 degrees, skies clear, ceiling none. And wind, our barrow is 1015 currently. Yeah, that'll be my next step. I keep reaching over occasionally and just push the button to see if it still works, and it is at the moment. It's kind of a random thing. I'll see what he says, the tech guy. May have to, yeah, do a reinstall. I'm not sure what version this is. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, 3.11. A couple people have also said that since installing 3.11, they've had this issue as well. So it could be, again, something in the program, but I mean, if it didn't work, I could see it being an installation issue, but for it to work, and as long as you're using it sort of frequently, it keeps working, but after a period of time, it just doesn't accept it. I don't know. Don't think that's an install issue, but I'll give that a try. Yeah, but Kevin, it's not being cleared because when I push the button, when I had to have the debug up, when I push the button, vPilot is reporting that the button is pushed as if normally. It's just something in the program stops recognizing that it's been pushed. And it's not just that it's getting that button pushed, it's also showing the tag of what that button is supposed to be doing, which is correct. So It's not quite that. Yeah, how do you change the comms? That's something I've never done, so. I mean, how do I go to COM 2 on this thing? I guess it would be doing that. I mean, that worked. I'd have to try it. When it doesn't work, and then checked it and said, yeah, I just found it down here. I'd have to try it when oh, I didn't put the monitor on. I'd have to try it when I get a fail. Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking it's something inside the software itself that, even though the proper signal is coming in, it stops doing what it's supposed to do. So we'll see. Like I said, I've pushed it a couple times as we've done these long legs here, and it's still working. You're 100. I am 94. But you're ahead of me, so you're coming down a little bit later. All right, we are 100 miles or 80 miles out from top of descent. I'll start getting everything ready. So destination weather, we'll grab the latest. Hasn't been a change. We'll put this into the chat. So 1550, which is 20 minutes ago, 08085 Cavlock 5, dew point -2, 1015. 1015 is now entered. Arrival data, pop down, and we're going to be landing flaps 40. There we go, and we'll go into our fixed page. It's going to be EETN, Echo Tango November, and we're going to do our 4-mile ring, 10-mile ring. And our extended runway center line, which is going to be 261 degrees. And we'll go 25 miles. There we go. And come back over here. So that's the arrival data in. Landing altitude, airport elevation is 135 feet. So we're going to come up and we'll set this to 150. 150 feet is set. Radios, we're all good on 122.8 and, ooh, I never did set that one. 121.5. Should be our COM 2. There we go. Localizer, ILS, and course. So, ILS frequency is 108.3. We'll punch that in, and we're going to put in oh, they don't have a VOR out here. Interesting. Let's see if they've got any other nav aids in the area. They don't. All right, so we'll leave nav 2 where it is. And our course for today is going to be, I believe, 81 degrees. 81 degrees it is. We'll get that dialed in. One degrees, sun's starting to go down. I can start to see a little bit of orange scatter coming up in the sky here. So that is all set. Engine anti-ice not required. Recall is good. MCP, we're going to set our altitude down to our intercept, which is going to be 2200. .200 feet is set. Minimums Cat 1, Category C, 330 feet. .330 feet is in. Mr. Approach is going to track outbound on 081 to 2200 and then contact Tallinn radar. So we're going to take our heading and go to 081. That's our Mr. Approach altitude as well. Auto brakes are going to be auto brakes 2. And we are all set. Yeah, definitely seeing that color start to shift outside. Come to our arrival, we can see we're on the ILS for 08 and we are doing the Sulu or Sullen 1 kilo arrival. So that is all good there. We are programmed in. Not expecting a lot of terrain stuff, but we'll put on the terrain radar as we start down. No ATC and yeah, the VOR has been decommissioned. Ooh, Sweden just came on just as we left. All right, so with it getting dark, we're going to turn on the background lights a bit just to make sure we do have illumination if we need it. And we'll pop up top. The circuit breaker one's on as well, faintly. There we go. We're doing good. So it's 3 of us inbound, and the outbound traffic has departed and is on his way to Iceland. I think he's going to Reykjavik. Oh, that's true. You've got the old data. All right. Some nice views coming over the islands here. See, there's the coast coming up. We'll be turning up and then heading over some of these islands. Got a little bit of cloud, but it's reporting clear at the airport. Oh, there's Dark's contrail. You can see he's made the turn, and it looks like he's heading down. All right, top of descent 2 miles. And we are gonna start heading down. There we go. Heading down to 22,000 feet. And we're holding 0.78 on the descent until conversion. And we'll make our first call when we get to Sullen. There's our turn. Should get a nice sunset view here. Looks nice. Grab that as a screenshot. Oh, did you? I haven't seen one of those in a long time. What happened? That's frustrating. Oh, sorry to hear that, Dark. Froze for a second on desktop screen. Wow. Wonder what caused that. I haven't had a crash at desktop and well, I know the last time it was the last Nvidia driver update I had. Remember, Kevin? I had like 2 or 3 of them. Then I rolled back the drivers by 6 or 7 months, and I've been using those drivers ever since with no problem. Are you running 24 or 2020? 2020. Wow. That is not good. Anyway, we're going to set our speed up to 280 for the descent. Or else we'll have Kevin crawling up behind us. There's that. Oh yeah, I can check. Oh, there it is. There you go, Kevin, just for you. Oh. There we go. Get that visor up. Oh, there it is there. Hey, we got ATC up in Tallinn. Towers come online, and we have an ATIS. He's just come up, nothing yet, but he's going to be 135905. Get that dialed in. 135905. There we go. Yeah, I know. That's why it was odd. And the last one, like I said, the last crash I had wasn't actually the sim. It was the graphics drivers that caused that. No ATIS yet. But we got a pretty straightforward approach. So on landing, we are going to be making a right-hand departure, probably down around Foxtrot, the way my landings go. And then we'll make a left on Foxtrot to Alpha and then taxi back to the cargo terminal. Also give a chance to check out the new G program, which will give us our landing information and let me know how horrendously I did. I forgot it was down in the pocket there. Yeah. I know there's other ones that there can be, but it's all good. So any restrictions coming in? Not really. We have 230 knots and 2,200 feet at TN 901. Other than that, normal routine. There's no area traffic up, so approach isn't up or anything like that. We don't have to worry about it. Ooh. Helsinki has come up. Nothing for us though. Okay. Still descending down. Get a nice night landing coming in. Just waiting to see when he populates the ATIS. There we go. Information Bravo. 08 transition level 6. Bird activity in the vicinity. Winds. Ceiling. 1015. And no significant change. Information Bravo. All right. So we'll contact him once we're on the localizer. There we go. Just lost my that's my transmit gone, so we're going to disconnect and reconnect. And I got my transmit back, so that's gonna plague me. Oh, I should have checked COM 2. I forgot to do that. There we go. We can put that away now. Sun's going down. And we're just working our way down now. It's 18,000 feet. So we're going to want 250 at 10. And for the turn, we're going to be at 200 when we get down to TN 901. And as soon as we make that turn, we'll drop to 185 and hold that until 6 miles. So that's kind of the town. The airport's just off to the west of it, right around here. We're going to come in, and then we're going to turn a bit further north and then make a hard turn to line up. Train radar on now. Not expecting a lot of elevation changes. $16,000 feet. So slow to 245, that gets us a little bit of wiggle room. We're going to go down to 5 on the flaps. There's that sun going down. Kevin's back there somewhere coming in. All right, good. There's 13,000 feet. We'll start rolling her back. Going to 245. A little bit of speed breakout. Start getting that speed down. And she's going to level slightly as we hit the deceleration point. There she goes. Speed coming back. It's 250. We'll bring the speed brakes up and we'll start with the flaps. There's flaps 1, 247. We can go right to flaps 5. Flaps 5 are set. There's 10,000 feet coming up, so we've got our lights all on, logo lights and wing lights. Cabin pressurization is good. Landing lights are on, turn-off lights are on. And we're down through 10,000 feet. Tallinn area traffic, Skyway 7018 is overhead sullen, descending through flight level 091 inbound on the sullen 1 kilo for the ILS runway 08 Tallinn. All right, we're going to be descending straight down through transition at 6,000, so we'll get that over now. Alright, so nav course and frequency is in 1083. 1083 is confirmed, and we are 081 on the course. Missed approach, climb straight ahead to 2200 on 081 and take vectors. So everything is coming in nicely. We're going to arm speed brake. Speed brake is now armed. Auto brakes set to 2. Descent is coming along nicely. After TN 711, we're going to slow to 200. And then after that turn, we'll slow to 185. And we're 20 miles out to the turn. Weather's not a factor. Winds are light, no cloud to be concerned with, and relatively flat terrain. About 15 miles to the turn. 22 miles from the airport.
Traffic at 105, correction 10 miles from Tallinn, flight level 74, around 13 DMER, speed to the alternate aircraft.
It's Kevin being fancy. This DME arc. All right, we're through that waypoint. So we're going to reduce our speed down now to 200. And once we're below 110, we can drop flaps to flaps 10. Controller approved procedure? Yeah. If your controller was 100 years old, maybe. All right, we're through 210, going flaps 10. And we have the airport. Actually, the airport's right there. It's the other side of town. I was reading that wrong. We'll be flying, there's a lake or something right there. We'll be flying over and then landing. Sort of remember it now. Anyway, localizer and glide slope are showing. So we're going to go into approach mode. We'll arm the VOR localizer and glide slope. And down to 185 as soon as we make this turn. Which should put us on the localizer. And we'll give tower a call. Alright, we're going to switch frequencies over to tower 135,905. 1,000 to go. There's our turn. Localizer coming in, down to 185. Tallinn Tower, good evening. Skyway 7018 with you. Established localizer 08, 10.5 miles.
Skyway 7018, Tallinn Tower, good evening. Wind 090 degrees, 3 knots, runway 08, clear to land.
Clear to land 08, Skyway 7018. All right, we're looking good. Looks like we have glide slope in motion. And 7 miles, so gear down. Speed's coming back to 165. Glide slope capture. Gear down 3 green, flaps 15. And 138 plus 5 is going to be a 143 landing speed. Or 143 approach, 138 landing. Speed's below 170, flaps 25. There's 4 miles, 143. There's the Baltic. Speed's 160, flaps 30. And 150, flaps full. Gear down 3, green flaps full, auto brakes armed, speed brake is armed, approach speed set. Lights roll on, runway is identified.
1,000.
Winds are pretty calm. At this altitude, we should get them slightly on the nose once we're on the closer to the ground. .500 feet. I have control.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And reversers green. Auto brakes braking. It's 90 knots. 80 knots. Reversers off. Auto brakes disarmed. We're heading down to Foxtrot.
Skyway 7018, welcome to Tallinn. Stupid question, are you cargo or paxed?
We are cargo.
Skyway 7018, roger, then taxi via Alpha, Charlie, and Apron Mike to stand 16, it's facing south.
Alpha Charlie to Apron Mike and stand 16 facing south for Skyway 7018. All right, we'll clear that. Let's get ourselves cleaned up here. So we'll get our flaps up, spoilers retracted. Transponder can go just to transponder mode. Position lights will go over to steady. Strobe is off. Runway landing lights are off. Turn off lights are off. Taxi lights are on. APU. We will start anti-ice. We didn't have it on. Probe heats are off. Engine start switches are off. And auto brakes are off. Clear the caution. And we'll get ready to taxi. So we're going Alpha to Charlie. I gotta bring up the detailed description. .16 facing south. Okay. I see where we're going. All right. Get ourselves taxiing in now. We'll see if GSX can figure that one out in a minute as well. Oh, I see Kevin's lights in the distance. All right, but first, let's see how we did. I've got, where's my information? Or did I have to have this open when I landed? Did I get, did I screw that up, Kevin? Yeah, I probably should have had that open, right? Oh well. All right, let's see what GSX will give me here. You're gonna give me 16. You got no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. We'll check when we get further up. Alright, this is Delta on the left, coming up. And, or was that? That might have been Echo. Yeah, this is Delta. I want the next one to the right, which will be Charlie. We're going to be parking in that big open space over there.
Delta, good evening, airplane 105 on the ILS from 08, currently 9 miles out, taping Emirates.
Airfreight 105, Tallinn Tower, good evening, wind 090 degrees, 3 knots, runway 08, clear to land, hello Kevin.
Thank you very much, clear to land runway 08, airfreight 105.
All right, and we are going to turn in here, and then we're going to make the first left, and it's the third spot. So we'll see if we can pick it up. Let's pop outside. Yeah, okay. It's the other side of this pole. That is other one's coming in from the other side. We're going to take the center, spot 16. Welcome to Tallinn. Let's see if GSX will recognize us. No. That's fine. Up top we go. Let's go all the way up. We'll turn on the dome lights now that we're here. We can come down. AP generators will come on. There we go. APU bleeds will go on as well. Recirc fans can come off. Isolation valve will open. We'll turn off the engine packs. And we are good there. Wing lights can come off. We'll shut down the engines. Taxi light will come off. Turn off the fuel pumps except for the one feeding the APU. No, sorry, probe heats are off. That's correct. And those off. Popping down to our menu here, we're going to get them to put the chocks in. We'll get them to hook up ground power. Come over to the EFB now.
Air Freight 105, welcome to Tallinn, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha, Charlie from Mike, stand Mike 22 facing south.
All right, so we're going to request our
30 Mike 2, stand Mike 2.
cargo, so we're going to get the aft cargo, forward cargo to come in.
Your call sign this time.
Pallet cargo,
well done, you did it.
Staircase, and that's good. Maintenance van can come out. We'll get the, oh, do I got stairs coming? I will in a second. Door open. They can do all that stuff out there. See, I'm starting to unload all the cargo. Excellent. Well, it's a bit noisy out there with the APU running, so we will say goodbye from here. Kevin's on his way in. We'll be back again tomorrow. It's not going to be streamed. It'll be on the multiplayer Europe North server, and we'll be chatting on the Discord channel as we do the flight, but it will not be streamed for tomorrow. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for coming along. And once again, come over to the Discord and you can join us on these flights as well. Talk to you later. Bye for now.